live right now, just so we are clear. I know it is the middle of the day, so some people may not be on the live, but I wanted to go ahead and go live while things were still fresh, and plus I still have an event to go to. So to be honest, I wanted to go ahead and do the live now, so that you guys can grab it later. Grab it later. It's all the new things that have happened. So, as you see the title, we're going to talk Dr. Wendy's arrest, Derrick Groves capture. Yeah, we're just going to talk about all things that are happening. So if you are in, thank you so much. I know it's just 5 o'clock, so some of y'all like it's 5 o'clock. We weren't ready for you to go live, but I want to go ahead and get this in because later on I knew I may not be able to get it in. To the people that are in the chat right now, thank you so much for joining the chat. Thank you so much for going live with me. I will leave this video up so that we can talk about all things that are just happening, because I feel like today, in the last few days, things have just been happening. Am I tripping, or have things not just been happening over the last few days? I think that it's been a lot. So yeah, Trina is in the chat. Yeah, Trina, it's crazy. It's a lot of things happening. So I wanted to make sure I came on here and talked to y'all again. I won't hold you long because I know it's the middle of your day, or it's, fresh. The day is just ending for some people, but I did want to come on and give you an update on the Dr. Wendy arrest, Derrick Groves capture, and a few different things that have happened over the last few days. So, for the people that are in, if we want to talk, let's start off with the Dr. Wendy arrest. If any of you watch Real Housewives of Potomac, then you are very familiar with Dr. Wendy and her husband Eddie, and their mugshots unfortunately have hit the net today. This is not a video that is set here to kick somebody while they're down. It's strictly just reporting information that has currently just happened. So that is the only reason we are coming here to do this live for you right now. And yeah, this live is strictly just to talk about the things that have currently just popped up on all of us today. So I wanted to be one of the first to go ahead and talk about the things that we've seen, give you the rundown on all the information if you haven't heard the news broadcast or read the news article, and then get some of y'all commentary. So giving you the rundown of what has happened. Everybody that's here, let's say, hey, Brittany, hey, Trina, hey, Shani, too classy, or Shayna, too classy. So Dr. Wendy, around or about April of 2024, Dr. Wendy and them were supposedly in Jamaica. They came home and their house had been burglarized. All of this information is allegedly by the report in the press conference and the news reports that have been put out. I am not going to at any point say that any of the information is fact, but I am going to provide you with the facts of the case that have been presented per the Carroll County Police Department. These are not my facts. But on or about April, they came back from vacation and they said their home had been burglarized. When they said the home had been burglarized, they called the police and they started to submit the items that had been burglarized. That had been taken from the home. They list designer bags, they list designer bags, they list jewelry, including an engagement band, and other different things that they list to their 3 insurance companies that had for this information. They noted in this press conference that the home did not look like it had been burglarized, meaning there was no signs of forced entry. There was no surveillance footage that shows any of this. There was none of these things, but the person supposedly had went through the second story window to come and break into the home. They started an investigation about the alleged break-in at Dr. Wendy and Eddie's home. And they continue on with the investigation as if, they had their home burglarized. So they are investigating this. Dr. Wendy and Eddie are cooperating with them. They are providing them receipts. Some of the receipts have been emailed to them. And they are in contact with the investigators and they are providing them this information. How you doing, Carl? How you doing, Shani? How you doing, Brittany? How you doing, Trina? So they're providing them this information. They are, the Carroll County Police Department are investigating. The insurance agency is investigating. Upon one of the receipts, they saw an email address. What they did after they got the email address from one of the receipts provided by the Osefos, they then did a search warrant for the emails for that. They did a search warrant for the emails from Dr. Wendy them, as when they got the receipts, they had both of their emails on the receipt. Upon doing the search warrant, they then find that some of the receipts, again, have been emailed between them, but Eddie had at one point emailed Wendy and said, any other high ticket items we can add to this list, allegedly, to make it close to $425,000 or $400,000, which is our maximum deductible for our policy. Again, these are all alleged allegations, not to kick anybody while they're down. But why the hell are you emailing somebody to say, can you search and find other items to add to the policy? Any citizen, especially any citizen who knows the law, knows that they can definitely pull all of your emails in discovery of anything, or your emails can be subpoenaed. Why would you email and say, hey, any other high ticket items that we can add to this? If that don't sound like the world's dumbest criminals if they did this. Again, this is not saying they did. I am just stating what Carroll County Police Department has said. I didn't state these things. I didn't put, these are not my facts. But if that is true, oh my God, if that ain't crazy. That is like, say what now? And we're going to get to another part of what I think is dumb too, but that's on the next part of this that I'm going to talk about. Not the Osefos, just another topic that I'm going to discuss. So, yes, at that point, they're like, okay, let's dig deeper into this. Investigating, they see photos that were uploaded by Mrs. Osefo, and I hope I'm pronouncing her last name right, or Dr. Wendy, that showed the item, one of the items that was listed in the items that they said were stolen. Further investigation, they say, turns up that with the receipts, they found that some of these items, including designer bags and stuff, had been returned to the store previously because they provided receipts from stuff up in, from 2018 on, and they had already returned this stuff and gotten their money back. I don't even know what to say. Again, this is all allegedly. I am not confirming that these individuals are guilty because I do not know. I do not always believe the police department. So let me make sure this is very clear. And when you clip this, clip that part. Don't always believe the police department. Any of the above. So I want to make sure that you know, I am not confirming any of those things. I'm not confirming any of those things. So yes, they at this point say, you know what? Wendy has on the ring that we said is gone. We have receipts from these stores and have investigated with the stores and so that they've already turned back up and turned the items in that they are claiming on this list of items that they say were stolen. At this point, they continue an investigation, and then approximately on yesterday, that is when they did the search warrant. And upon the search warrant, they find about 15 plus of the items that are listed on the actual thing that they said was stolen. They recovered them from the house. Now, I'll be damned. Not that. Oh, Renata W., thank you so much. Oh, thank you. Not that they recovered the items from the house. Y'all, again, I am not at all saying that they are guilty, but not the picture, not the refunds, not the emails that say, hey, let's get this to our maximum our maximum policy coverage of $400,000, and not we gonna recover the items that you listed as stolen in your house when we go to arrest you. They recovered the items that they listed as stolen in the house when they go to arrest them. Ugh. Is anybody else cringing? I'm cringing. Renata, what do you got to say about this? Because I'm cringing at the fact of this. I am cringing. Even hearing these facts that, again, let me make sure I state this because anybody that knows me knows I do not always believe the police department. But anybody that knows me, I do not believe the police department. But these are the facts of the case so far that they have stated. When I saw the case and I was like, oh, for items over $300, I didn't think anything of it. When they stated the facts of the case that they were stating, it was cringeworthy. And I hope the cameras were already at their home when they got out on their $50,000 bail. Because cringeworthy. I am looking for their day in court to exonerate them if they are going to be exonerated. Renata, I know you got something to say. Thank you so much for your super chat. Y'all. Cringeworthy. I don't even know what to say. That's all I'm going to say. It was like, I'm with you, Renata. Ooh-wee. Like, and I am, again, I want everybody to know, I am not at any way like wanting anybody to be in jail or wanting anybody to, to kick anyone when they are down. But this was like, it was not good. It was not good, y'all. So yeah, the Dr. Wendy Osefo, if you are just now coming to the case, her and Eddie, please watch the beginning of the live. The first part of this whole live was talking about their case. It is cringeworthy. That is the best I'm going to describe it. They should call it lately the Real Housewives of Cringeworthy Potomac because it is cringeworthy. Cringeworthy. The things that are happening in Potomac are cringeworthy. I mean, for your entertainment as viewers, y'all gonna have something to watch, but cringeworthy. I was like, oh my God, everybody gonna be in jail on Potomac, like, or have been to jail. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. People are asking, but why? Here's what I'm gonna say, and I don't want to speak on their situation. Let me make sure I make this very clear. Just because you are in the public eye and just because you are on TV does not mean that you have all the money that you think. People can be very well known, but not very rich. Well known or popular or famous do not equal rich. So I want people to know, just like you have things and you have family members who probably have done the same thing or similar things, or just like you are living and trying to make it in this world, don't believe because they got degrees, and don't believe because they're on a hit TV show, and don't believe just because they tell you they got a hit, brand, that things are always popping for everyone. There are people who manage their money, and there are people who, get out here and they do have money. But not everybody that you see on TV has it. So people are out here living above their means. People are out here, like, that's just what it is. So Renata, again, thank you for that super chat. But so don't ever think and you say, why? $400,000 is why. They wanted $400,000 or needed $400,000 is what it seemed like would be why. $400,000? OMG. That's all I'm going to say. It was very, very much like, whoa. Thank you again for everybody in the super chat. I want to say that again. If I don't say it enough, and for you that's tired of me saying it, I don't care that you're tired of me saying it. I'm saying it to everybody in the super chat. The next person that I want to talk about is Derrick Groves. Derrick Groves is the individual who escaped as a part of the 10 prisoners that escaped from the New Orleans jail 5 months ago. 5 months ago, he escaped. like, so I'm sorry, housewife to housewife. There were three different companies that insured things in the home. They had three different insurers. I guess some people may insure jewelry or all. That's all the info I know on that before I move on. So they had three different insurance companies, which could be possible. They could have somebody that insures the jewelry, could have somebody insured. They may say, we only insure $10,000 worth of stuff. So yeah, that's where the information came about the different insurance. But they did have, I think, different insurers that were a part of this investigation. And yeah, yeah, yeah. Um, so anyway, I brought up the Derrick Groves because Derrick Groves, if you know, was one of the escapees in New Orleans. He was just recently caught in Atlanta. I'm gonna tell y'all something. I know where the area that he was caught. So he was caught after 5 months. I got my feelings on this. I got a few different feelings. So y'all sit with me for about 5 more minutes. I got a few different feelings. The first part. Why do you escape for 5 months and then you make it and you go just to Atlanta? Is that not dumb? You from New Orleans, you escape and you gone for 5 months and you just go to Atlanta? Mm, mm. Am I crazy, y'all? Or is that not dumb? You go to Atlanta. You've been gone on the run. You the only one on the run for 5 months. And you take your ass to Atlanta. Eh. That was dumb reason number one. Number two, why he still look like how he escaped. Okay, I'm not nothing on here is telling me how to tell y'all how to escape because I ain't never escaped. But first of all, I'm gonna let y'all know. If I had to go to prison, God forbid I will ever have to go to that because I do not break crimes. I wouldn't have this hair. By this point, I'm gonna have long dreads. This beard is gonna be long. I'm gonna have glasses. I'm going to look I'm going to look like a totally different person if I have been out for. Everybody is looking for me. There is no reason that man should have been caught and he still looked the same as when he got out of prison. Not got out, escaped out of prison. What? I'm confused. Why do you still look like the same dude that escaped out of prison on the camera 5 months ago and you on the run? Ah. I'm sorry, y'all. All these sound effects are just because I'm like, do they need mentors? Because this don't even sound like you should be doing this. They should have never caught him looking the same. He should have never looked the same. At this point, his hair should have been grown out. He should have had extensions to his hair. He should have like been wearing glasses. He should have been wearing contacts. He should have been wearing fat suits. He should have been doing all kinds of stuff. That man should have not been looking like when they put him in the back of that car, the same man that escaped from prison 5 months ago and he been on the run in Atlanta from New Orleans, for one. That is insane to me. The most insane thing I've ever heard. Insane. The pic looking like a woman is not him. I heard that's just something going viral. Outside of that, rumor has it, and these are all rumors, all of this is allegedly, that supposedly him and a girlfriend were having an argument and the next day the man was captured. So people are saying his girlfriend turned him in. Okay, here's how we gonna get into a little discussion here. For one, if this is a new girlfriend, Renata, thank you so much again for the super chat. I want to know, thank you so much again. If this is a new girlfriend and he has exposed this secret or she knows who he is, I'm going to say, people are like, well, she told on him. Here's where I look at it. Let's say she broke up with him. Let's say she broke up with this man and she was done with him. She knows his secret. He is on the run. Her best bet is for him to go to jail. Because guess what? He's on the run for 2 murders. He shouldn't be walking around and you done told on him or you know his secret. You're collateral damage. So she needed for him to go to jail if this is true. Allegedly, devil's advocate, she needed for him to go to jail because she wasn't safe. It was like an episode of Ghost. You're in danger, girl. If she told on this man, and this was her boyfriend, she knew his secret, and he was out, he escaped for 2 possible murders. She was not safe on them streets. She had to tell on him. Do y'all not agree? She had to tell on him for her own safety. If that is the case, that is just a something that they are putting out there. I do not know if that is true, but we got to think that way. Second of all, if this is a new girlfriend, why you tell her? I mean, maybe she's like, she gonna have to look at you and know, like, you got to be that guy. But that was a lot of trusting for him to tell somebody that if there was a new girlfriend. If it was an old girlfriend, yeah, that's kind of just bad. She, you know, I get it. She did what was right 5 months later, but she didn't do it 5 months prior. But I just don't know, in the world of things and crime and things that are happening right now, why are these people making dumb mistakes like that? Like, first of all, you shouldn't be committing a crime. But second of all, why you gonna be dumb and commit a crime? Like, I can't right now. I can't right now. I cannot do it. I cannot do it. It's not okay. It's not okay. Like, yeah. So those two things I had to come to y'all and talk about because it hit and everybody was hitting me saying, hey, you got to talk about this. You haven't went live in a while. You haven't went live in a while. You got to talk about it. So I had to talk about it. Another thing, I did see a Britt Eady item that came up. I think that's corny to me. Like, Britt Eady is online talking about people that are not on the show, but she didn't even show up to the reunion. You could have saved all them reads, you and your husband, for the reunion, not to be online doing it for free. I don't understand people. You're doing it for free now. Your first year of Housewives, you was already doing it for charity work damn near with the amount they was probably paying. But now you're doing it for free. Like, I don't get it. It's kind of weird. It seems like desperate to me. You've been quiet this long and now, kind of weird. So that's my take on that. Next, interesting. People are not going to like this. So Portia got a man and a woman. I mean, I think people said that years ago, but then when people said that years ago, people had a problem with people saying that years ago. No judgment. I think that is great. She's liberated. So do we forget about the sermon? Just asking. She was delivered, but not delivered. She was delivered, but now she's not delivered. I mean, I think it's great. I hope that her and the young lady work out. But we forget that she condemned homosexuality on the sermon, right? I was just asking for a friend. I don't really care. I hope that it works out. I would love for all three of them to be in a relationship. I would love to see what that looks like. But I just was like, oh, okay. This is what we're doing now. And everybody we just go along with it. Okay, go. That's what it is. And you just casually announce that dating both the girl and the guy. Okay, great. You know, yeah. So I had to come on to y'all. I have to go to a concert. I'm actually going to see Leandria Johnson. I am going out with my mother to see Leandria Johnson. She changed her mind. Max, I like that. She changed her mind. She has the right to change her mind. No judgment on there. I just thought it was kind of interesting. No judgment. I am with you, Max. So when y'all go clip the clip, make sure you clip the clip that says that part. She changed her mind. I'm glad that she changed her mind. I like that. She sound like Keisha Cole. She's changed her mind. You know? So yeah, she just changed her mind. I'm good with that one. But again, I'm going to see Leandria Johnson. If you have not seen the newest episode of Burr's Banter with Tammy Roman and Jazz Anderson, go over to Candy's channel, Candy Online. See the episode before that with Miss Pat. It might be the most hilarious thing that I have seen in a long time, Burr's Banter. Go over there and see that. Please like, share, subscribe. Tell everybody to come check out this video. And drop some messages below. Tell me what I need to talk about next time. I'm going to take my mind out, but I had to come in here and talk to y'all. Thank you so much, and I will talk to y'all soon.